the GGU for the context setting address.
Very good morning, beloved Chairman, our Co-Chancellor, the Chief Guest Dr. Pushpan Kumar Singh, Guest of Honor, Mr. Sriram Bhagavatada, other dignitaries who are seated on the dais, off the dais, and the room which is full of people who are very aspiring to wanna be entrepreneurs of course of life. This matter is a context of immense significance for all of us. In fact, innovation and incubation are two interconnected processes which drive economic growth and social advancement. While they are very important for any ecosystem, especially for a young, budding institution like our Godavari Global University, they assume more significance. Innovation is the backbone for success, but when it comes to incubation, let's understand that translating these ideas into market-ready models requires much more felicity on the part of the stakeholders in understanding what are the requirements of the stakeholders and providing all the resources and the ecosystem which can provide an environment in which innovations can thrive. I'll just give 2-3 examples to understand the context, to explain the context of a particular event. 3.5 months ago when I started talking to Murali, the dimensions were multifold. Whenever you talk about innovation ecosystem, the first thing which you talk about is an idea. You are looking at an idea, the idea can come from anywhere, and you need to nurture that idea by providing the resources, guidance, mentoring, prototyping facility, idea enabling the facilities, and lastly and least but not the least, evaluation and iterative facilities at the stages in a structured manner. So when we started talking to various, I personally went to many classrooms, Murali visited many classrooms, started talking to students to understand what is their current disposition towards innovation and entrepreneurship. We found that the levels were varied, but there is an innate interest. So immediately we found out that there is a definitive need for an intervention in the form of 1-day, 2-day workshop, where the would-be innovators can be there and the startup ecosystem represented by some of the CEOs can come and share their experiences, which will enable them to take up whatever they have got in their mind with a lot of gumption and conviction. I'll just give some 2-3 examples where our students are continuously involved along with the faculty members to understand how exactly this particular event can be helpful for taking a quantum leap. Our ecosystem is full of aqua ponds, and if you look at the aqua pond, there are multiple water quality parameters which are there that need to be monitored. Currently what's happening is we are using a discrete method for monitoring the water quality. So whether it's a pH value or turbidity value or hardness value or temperature, we are using discrete methods of evaluating these sensor values. Imagine this discrete method is replaced by a continuous monitoring system with a system which is enabled by IoT, so that the data can be directly coming onto your mobile phone in a vernacular language, and the farmer is enabled to take a step, whatever is required in respect of time. So this is one idea which we have been working. A bunch of students along with the faculty member from electronics have been working on this idea. They have gone around, visited more than 200 ponds. But when it comes to the need of this event, we are not being able to take that particular effort from the research mode to entrepreneurship mode. Why is it so? Because in case of research mode, we are always interested in incremental developments that you see. You know, you have developed one parameter, you have developed an algorithm, you made one demonstration. As long as you are able to showcase an incremental improvement, the normal ecosystem of R&D is fulfilled. Whereas in case of innovative effort that we are talking about, we need to talk about a solution which is cost effective, which is time effective, which is process effective, which is maintenance effective, and more importantly, which can compete with plethora of Chinese and Taiwanese products which are already there in the market. So I am trying to give detail of one example just to tell you that there are many students here who have approached us or we approach the students, and most of the ideas what they are working on will always have R&D flavor, but they will not have a startup flavor. The other model which I saw was the mechanical engineering department. They have taken a TIG welding machine, low cost TIG welding machine. There is a process called laser sintering, wherein the metal wires are drawn, and because of the high temperature, the thin diameter, low metallic wires are melted, and because of the melting of the metallic wires and program-based movement of the deposition head, you will be able to translate the CAD model into metal 3D part. I've been seeing this particular machine for the past 6 months, working very well, but once again it requires an intervention which is required for translating the innovative idea into a workable model. I just want to cite one very often cited number. Amitabh Kant, who was the CEO of Niti Aayog, who also worked as G20 Sherpa, in a book called Made in India, he cites that in 2017 and 16, the number of registered LLBs in the country were about 700. In the year 2014, it has exceeded 2 lakhs. So you can understand so much of impetus is coming towards innovation and incubation through the university campuses all over the country. And from Godavari Global University, we are interested in multiple areas. In this today's list of experts, I see that there are people from the biotechnology, instrumentation, veterinary sciences, IT, and leather technologies, SDG, etc. So, corresponding to aqua ponds, corresponding to metal, waste metal mining, corresponding to metal 3D printing, we have got already R&D efforts. And I'll just close this short introduction to today's event by talking about one phenomena wherein I placed a central part in 2017 to 18 and where is in the market now. In 2017, DRDO along with the DST launched one program called NP-MICAP, National Program on Micro Aerial Vehicles. The purpose of the particular program was designing and developing micro air vehicles, which means fixed wing vehicles or rotary wing vehicles or flapping wing vehicles called Adishoppers. And entire funding at the time was given for TRL 1 level model. TRL 1 level model is something which is like a proof of concept. Whatever effort started in terms of enabling TRL 1 level model in 2017, today it has taken the form of an entire industry for UAVs or drones, wherein already we have seen emergence of one unicorn and one unicorn. So this is the kind of a potential, and I personally visited multiple number of incubators, including those of VIT Vellore, Shastra University, IIT Bombay, NIT, Suratkar, etc. The innovation and incubation system, even if it makes a small beginning, even if it is late, it doesn't matter, but the impact comes up, it comes up in explosive manner. So, and that particular explosive impact which this innovation and incubation ecosystem create contribute to the academics, contribute to the IP, and also contribute to the overall academic growth. So, I would like to conclude by saying that our vision is to promote entrepreneurial mindset, but our mission is to create an ecosystem which sensitizes, engages, and supports innovators from ideation stage to the product development stage. And we sincerely believe that this particular event which is happening today is a step in the direction of ideation to product development. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable words and setting the context for the today's event. Now it is our honor to hear from the trailblazers of innovation. First, the keynote address by our guest, Dr. Kushwant Kumar Sriram Reddy, sir, Scientist C from Medi Valley Incubation Council, AMTZ. Shall I give a small introduction about you? Thank you, sir. Dr. Kushwant Kumar Sriram Reddy is a Scientist C at AIC AMTZ Medi Valley, where he leads incubation activities along with initiatives focused on validation, calibration, and preclinical testing to support medtech startups. He brings over a decade of experience in scientific infrastructure, incubation management, and translational research. Previously, he served at Aspire Bionest, University of Hyderabad, where he enabled early-stage biotech ventures through facility management, grant development, and access to advanced instrumentation. He holds a PhD in physics, electronics, and brings expertise in incubation ecosystems, quality systems, regulatory readiness, and scientific operations, contributing to India's vision of self-reliant, innovation-led healthcare. Thank you. Salute.
Good morning to all. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, faculty members, students, and innovators. I am Dr. Kushwant. I am from AMTZ Medi Valley Incubation Council. First, I want to congratulate the GGU University, Godavari Global University, to inviting me for this event and hosting this event. We live in an era where innovation is not just the advantage, it is mandatory. Whether it is healthcare, agriculture, life science, engineering, or education. Innovation determines how fast we solve the problems and how effectively we are improving the solutions. And in India, this is no longer India is no longer following the global trends. We are making our own solutions for our own problems and exporting those solutions to the world and making those products into the market ready solutions. At present in Andhra Pradesh, there are more than 2,000 deeply registered startups are there, out of which very few are successful startups are there. To mitigate this gap, to bridge this gap, AMTZ has started a innovation passport program to handhold the startups to especially medical related startups, entrepreneurs, to handhold them for market ready their idea, prototype to market ready ideas. Our innovation program. In this transformation, our universities, especially universities, plays a major role in they make as a launchpad for the innovative ideas to grow from the ideas to the product development stage. So they start now. Use the aim is an ecosystem. They stay committed and keep learning. And remember, innovation is not about being the first to invent, but make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those valuable words. Next, I would like to invite our guest, Mr. Sriram Bhagavatullah, sir, CEO, Gramina Incubation Center, to give his keynote address. So, let me read out a short profile about Sriram Bhagavatullah, sir. Sriram Bhagavatullah is a dedicated individual committed to rural development. As the Deputy Chief Executive of the Bhagavatullah Charitable Trust, he provides education and support to rural communities, especially in North Coastal Andhra Pradesh. His passion extends to empowering rural entrepreneurs through the Gramina Incubation Center, where he mentors and nurtures startups working in sectors like agriculture, healthcare, education, sanitation, and renewable energy. With a background in technology and consulting, he held roles at companies like Google and Cisco. His dedication lies in social impact. His commitment to guiding and mentoring aspiring entrepreneurs has increased the chances of success of startups working on rural solutions. With this short introduction, I would like to invite Sriram sir to give his keynote address.
Everybody else, a warm welcome. Would like to, couple of things I wanted to mention is that I work for an organization which is going to celebrate 50 years this November. We have been on the forefront of development to get Dwarka scheme that got started at BCT to get education program, the new education policy or the school in every was something that we started in 1984. So while we are looking at development, we also looked at what is that something that is missing. So we felt that entrepreneurship that needs to come through because we started the skilling program for youth in 1979. So in the process of skilling both youngsters, women, etc., we looked at something what was missing because the continuity of that enterprise was not going forward. The dependency syndrome the very dependency syndrome that we wanted to break, the economic poverty that the women are, we wanted to break through skilling, could not go for long. That is because of lack of entrepreneurial mindset. Because if A doesn't move, the second thing moves. So in the process, we started Gramina Incubation. And Gramina Incubation, I know it's extremely small compared to Godavari Global University, but the principles with which we were looking at how do we position ourselves. Because when we started Gramina Incubation, there have been many incubation centers. Look at NSR Cell, look at Bombay Sign, looking at IIIT Hyderabad, or IIT Madras. So these are extremely difficult to break. They are positioned in a manner where they have the access to network, money and everything else. So we felt that what we used was looking at basically the experience of rural areas, looking at our network of people that we know, that how do we get in people to mentor the startups, how do we leverage the scientists that we have through our KVK and the access to test beds for farmers and rural tribal areas. So I feel that similarly in a much better position is GGU, Godavari Global University. I feel, sir, while we look at AI, while we look at ML, while we look at technologies, while we look at aerospace, last time you were saying about how satellite was actually launched here, I still feel for GGU you could play to your advantage being in a rural area. How do we actually, because one of the greatest things I just seen from the last two conversations that I have with Sashan Rajgar was how quickly he is able to think about what kind of impact can he make to the region around GGU. So likewise, if we look at position of GGU, I think more than business matters, more than the technology, I feel how do we look at solving local regional issues? How do we look at, because Google itself is looking at the next billion users and they're not going to come from the Tier 2, Tier 1 cities. They're going to come from Tier 3, Tier 4. Please also understand that vernacular language, vernacular is going to be the medium. English కాదింకా మీరు చేయాలనుకున్నది ఏం చేయాలన్నా మన చుట్టుపక్కల ఏది ఉందో అది మనం ఏదైనా దాన్ని సాల్వ్ చేయగలుస్తామా అనేది మీరు ఆలోచించడం మొదలుపెట్టాలి. Please understand, there will be one unicorn. That's why it's called unicorn. But not every startup can become a unicorn. And we work with women and people with disabilities in trying to work with how do you make them an entrepreneur. So I have a lot of guests saying, why are you not using social media for marketing? Why are you not using the networks, let's say friends in US or in cities, metro cities? I said, and then we have area nunchi pakkana steel plant we supply cheyalem. If you really look at it, if you look at the entire village in తీసుకుంటే ఆ గ్రామం తీసుకుంటే వాళ్ళ గ్రామంలో ఎన్ని సామాన్లు వాళ్ళు అమ్ముకోగలుస్తున్నారు. But unfortunately for India, while we are becoming the 4th largest economy in the world, rural India is actually in debt. అప్పు చేసి బతుకుతున్నారు సార్. అందులో కూడా 2 నుంచి 3 లక్షలు అప్పు చేసి బతుకుతున్నారు తిండికి. ఎందుకంటే మనం కన్స్యూమరిస్టిక్ మోడ్లోకి ఎక్కాము. నేను షాప్కి వెళ్ళి కొనుక్కోగలనా అని ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను. Why is that we are unable to think? ఆఖరికి అంటే ఒక చికెన్ మసాలా ఇంట్లో చేసుకోలేని స్థితికి వచ్చేసాం. చికెన్ మసాలా మహా అయితే ₹2 ₹10 ఖర్చు పెడుతున్నారు. And there is actually a study by Oxfam which says 60% of GST in India is coming from rural areas. While the focus in study has been fortune at the bottom of the pyramid, where they say there is a whole lot of money in the rural areas, the Tier 4, Tier 3 rural tribal areas. It is the fast moving consumer goods. FMCG companies are able to make money out of it, trying to push their products. You'll be surprised to know the biggest product in India that is sold, not just selling band, is ₹5 fair and lovely. ₹5 fair and lovely, I mean, on the area of India. Today we have made an image that natural beauty is not beauty. Okay. అందరూ సన్నగా ఉండాలి. God has created, our fingers itself are not on the same size. So we are very beautifully constructed education system across the world, not just India, where we don't feel good about ourselves. ఎంతసేపు ఆ
have to be somebody else. నేను పక్కవాళ్ళకి ఎందుకు ఉండాలి? Why can't I be like US? Why can't I be like, let's say, Australia? Why can't I be like, why are we not Indians? అంటే మన దగ్గర ఉన్నది we are who we are. We come from a region. We are one of the most advanced culturally. Times when people are not even living, we could actually have entire saree in our matchbox. So అదే అంటున్నాను సార్, మన స్కిల్లింగ్ ఇచ్చింది, we are driving people away from villages. We are driving people away from their cultural moorings. అంటే ఎక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు అక్కడ ఉండలేకపోతున్నాం. ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్, జపాన్లోని ఒక మాస్టర్ వీవర్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ అ నేషనల్ ట్రెజర్. అలాంటి మన దేశంలో ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు? ఎంతమంది చేనేత కార్మికులు పిల్లలు నేస్తున్నారు? Why we are not able to bring that sense of pride back to what we have? So we have a whole lot of students here, mostly coming from rural areas, I would suppose, or modest backgrounds. వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా మీ చుట్టుపక్కల ఏమున్నాయి దాన్ని ఏ విధంగా సాల్వ్ చేయాలో ఆలోచించండి. This example, sir, the అబ్బాయి wanted to put a coat of arm. అబ్బాయి డిజబుల్ అబ్బాయి ఏం చేయలేక ఫెన్స్ వేసేసి కోడ్ వదిలేసాడు, డబ్బులు లేక పొలంలో వదిలేసాడు. ఆయన పొలంలో వదిలేసి he started developing the eggs. Then someone said, these got free range eggs and చాలా మంచివి, ఇప్పుడు they can be sold at a premium. సరే అన్నాడు. అన్న తర్వాత then he realized lot more potentials. He got lot more farms in his village. Then he realized, why should I sell the egg here? Why can't I sell it to Bangalore? He brought it to Bangalore. Then he realized that it is absolutely free range, organic. There absolutely no feed is given, as natural as possible. So he went and contacted Google. So Google producing organic products. Yes, sir, but how do we know the difference between your egg and the other brown eggs that are coming? Just doing a small print saying that these are called happy hens. Happy hens are company name. And he has developed a fantastic technology to see whether the egg is good or bad. What is that technology? He's taken a light bulb, right? Put a small paper on it. He's putting the egg on the top. If it is translucent, it is good. If there is any little aberrations, he's putting it aside. Saying this is a bad egg. That's all. And he's making 5 crores a year. He's not moved out of the village. The other thing he tried was, he wanted to try something, some Ayurveda medicine for himself, being a disabled guy. And he said, if the doctor has given me this medicine, అంటే నా కాలు బాగుపడుతుందని చెప్పి, నాకు స్ట్రెంత్ వస్తుందని చెప్పేసి, నాకు ఆయుర్వేద ఇచ్చాడు కాబట్టి నేను కోడికి ఇస్తే ఏమవుతుందని ట్రై చేశాడు. ఇవ్వకముందు ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత టెస్ట్ చేశాడు. The protein values in the eggs went up. So he started feeding this Ayurveda medicine to the cow, to the hens, then himself. Actual product, ఎక్కడ ఏది తీసుకురాలేదు. అప్పుడు డిజబుల్డ్ అబ్బాయి గ్రామంలో కూర్చొని ఇప్పుడు 5 కోట్లు చేసుకుంటున్నాడు. ఇంకోటి మన తమిళనాడులోనే వాళ్ళకి మన మాడుగుల హల్వా లాగా వాళ్ళకి చెన్నాపట్టి హల్వా ఉంటుంది. He started taking halwa because some of his friends wanted to have it in the US. Computer work. After the point realized, when his Tamil friends were saying to his Telugu friends, they said, Telugu అన్నారు, మాకు అక్కడ ఆత్రేయపురం పూత దగ్గర ఉంటాయి, తెప్పిస్తావా అని. తెప్పిస్తా అన్నాడు అబ్బాయి. ఆత్రేయపురం నుంచి అబ్బాయి కోయంబత్తూరు తీసుకెళ్ళి కోయంబత్తూరులో ప్యాక్ చేయించి అబ్బాయి రమాన్ని 10 కోట్ల బిజినెస్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఇక్కడి ఈస్ట్ గోదావరి ప్రోడక్ట్ తీసుకెళ్ళి తమిళనాడు తీసుకెళ్ళి తమిళనాడు నుంచి పంపిస్తున్నాడు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద బిగ్గెస్ట్ biggest selling restaurants in Hyderabad, Telugu food. The గిరితో పప్పు అన్నం ఆవకాయ ఇస్తున్నాడు. What we need to realize is whatever we have is extraordinarily good. మనం ఇక్కడ రాజమండ్రి కానీ విశాఖపట్నం కానీ లేకపోతే నేను పనిచేసే అనకాపల్లి ఎడమనిషిలో ఏంటి అంటే కట్టింగ్ ఫ్రైడ్ చికెన్ అంటున్నాడు, పిజ్జా అంటున్నాడు, ఏదో ఏదో పట్టుకెళ్తున్నాం. హైదరాబాద్లో ఏం తింటారంటే పప్పు అన్నం తింటున్నారు. ఒకప్పుడు కాటన్, కాపర్, millets and thatched houses used to be part of villages. Now it is the rich man's food. పాకలు ఇచ్చుకుంటున్నారు, చల్లగా ఉంటుంది వీళ్ళకి. కాటన్ వాడుతున్నారు, కాపర్ వాడుతున్నారు, గ్లాస్ వాడుతున్నారు. And the other study it shows 75% of the villages are brand conscious, while urban area now is moved to 40%. We're moving away from that. ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నాను అంటే we are running after wrong goals. Please understand, all the students who are here, నేను ఒక షర్ట్ వేసుకున్నాను, నేను ఒక ప్యాంట్ వేసుకున్నాను, ఈ రకం షూ వేసుకున్నాను, చేతిలో ఆ రకం ఫోన్ పెట్టుకున్నాను, దానివల్ల నాకు ఒక రికగ్నిషన్ వస్తుంది అంటే యు ఆర్ ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీ రాంగ్. Because the point of focus should be you. There is always a greater and a lesser person than you are. మీకంటే గొప్పవాడు ఉంటాడు, మీరు ఎన్ని వేషాలు వేస్తాడు మిమ్మల్ని చూడు. మీ కిందవాడు మీరు ఏం వేసినా చూసుకుంటాడు. So whom are you running after? So when you want to start something, when you want to do something, not your friends, not your parents, not your anybody else, please be very, very focused on that. Can I make a difference? మీకున్నది బయటవాడికి లేని అంటే యాక్సెస్ టు టెక్నాలజీ, యాక్సెస్ టు టీచింగ్, యాక్సెస్ టు ఫెసిలిటీస్. మీకున్న ఆపర్చునిటీస్ మాకు ఎప్పుడు లేవు. ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఆర్ ఇమెన్స్. మీ ఇంటిలోంచే మీరు డబ్బులు చేసుకోవాల్సేది ఉంది. యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు రన్ ఆఫ్టర్. మీరు అందరూ 15 కోట్లు 1000 కోట్లు చేసేసుకోవడానికి అవ్వదు, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. క్యాన్ ఐ బి, ఇప్పుడు పుల్లరెడ్డి గారు అన్నారు కదా, క్యాన్ వి బీ ది ఎంప్లాయర్స్ రాదర్ దెన్ ఎంప్లాయీ. ఒక మహిళ చేత ఒక హోటల్ పెట్టిస్తే 5 ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ వస్తుందండి, ఎక్స్ట్రా ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్. Can we provide employment for 10 people around you? You made a difference. See the way educator, sir, and so he believes in local language. Vernacular, Telugu చేసుకోండి మీరంతా. Don't run far. ఈస్ట్ గోదావరి కొన్ని ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఎక్కడ లేవు. బీ ఇట్ హ్యాండ్లూమ్ సెక్టర్, హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్ అవుతున్నాయి. మీకున్న క్లస్టర్స్ ఇంకెక్కడా లేవండి. హ్యాండ్లూమ్ క్లస్టర్స్, ఆక్వా ఫార్మింగ్, అగ్రికల్చర్, వాటర్. ప్రపంచంలో ఏ దేశానికి లేనంత వాటర్ రిసోర్సెస్ ఇండియాకి ఉందండి. 1 year of water in India can actually cover the entire world with 3 inches thick. No other country has the agriculture, 10 months of agriculture. India has. Land, మనం జనం పెరుగుతున్నాం. We need resources. We are surplus now. That Dr. Shira was mentioning about how native species has gone down. The critique of green revolution has been, it's not a critique, it's a true story. Within 1 year, when green revolution started experimented in Punjab, 1,000 local varieties were vanished. 1,000 varieties in 1 single year. And I absolutely admire for once Indian leadership for standing up to the Western world. Why is Trump so angry at India? He wants to dump on agriculture. He wants to dump genetically modified food. India, before people realized desi cotton is Ranta BT cotton. ఎంత పండుతుందో అంత మీకు ఆఫర్ చేస్తుంది. So I really urge all your students here, all the students here to come. Thank you so much. Think what you can solve, what is around you. మీ చుట్టుపక్కల ఏముందో దానికి ఏది టెక్నాలజీ ఇవ్వగలుగుతారో. యూ హ్యావ్ టెక్నాలజీ డజంట్ హ్యావ్ టు బి గ్రేట్ థింగ్స్ అని చెప్తున్నాను. సింపుల్ థింగ్ ఇంక్లూడింగ్ వాట్ వీఆర్ లుకింగ్ అట్ ఇస్ విమెన్. మేము డిజిటల్ అకౌంటెన్సీ ఇస్తున్నాం అండి. దట్ ఈస్ మేకింగ్ సో మచ్ డిఫరెన్స్. సార్ ఇంత అప్పున్నాను మాకు తెలియలేదు సార్, మీ ఇంత డబ్బులు ఇవ్వాలని మాకు తెలియలేదు సార్. ఎందుకంటే గుర్తున్నారు కదా అది. 60% గుర్తుంటుంది, 40%. దట్ ఈస్ అ బిగ్ డిఫరెన్స్. If we are very happy where మాకు మళ్ళీ ఫస్ట్ టైం వచ్చినప్పుడు ఎంత అప్పు కావాలి ఏం కావాలి అన్నప్పుడు కానీ ప్రతి ఒక్కరు 2 లక్షలు అడుగుతారండి. మనం 2 లక్షలు అప్పు ఇవ్వండి, మేము ఒక వ్యాపారం పెడతాం. సరే అమ్మా, ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ 6 weeks ఇవాళకి 95% ఆఫ్ ద విమెన్ have started their businesses using their own money without a naya paisa from outside. 10,000 5,000తో పెట్టుకుంటే చాలు సార్, మేము 2 లక్షలు అక్కర్లేదు అంటే సామెత ఉంది. ఉట్టు కేకన్నా స్వర్గాన్ని ఎగురుతానందట. ఉట్టు అంటే తెలియదేమో చాలా మంది తెలుస్తుంది, పాత బాగా తెలుస్తుంది. అంటే if you can't manage, don't know how to manage 5,000, how can you manage 2 lakhs? మీ అందరికీ సడన్ గా వచ్చి ఒక 5 కోట్ల చేతిలో క్యాష్ పెట్టేస్తే మీరు వాడగలరా? కాలు చేతులు ఆడవు. మీరు 10 లక్షలు ఎన్ని షూస్ కొనిసుకుంటారు, ఎన్ని బట్టలు కొనిసుకుంటారు, ఆ క్యాష్ వల్ల కనబడుతూ ఉంటుంది. సేమ్ థింగ్ ఇన్ రూరల్ ఏరియాస్ ఆల్సో. ఈవెన్ టుడే 1,000 rupees is a lot of money. 100 rupees makes a difference. So if we are able to give them a 2x growth, 300 400 తెచ్చుకున్న వాళ్ళకి 600 800 రూపాయలు తెచ్చుకోవడం మానేశారంటే you made a lot of difference. Because money, we are not short of money అండి. నేను చెప్తున్నాను, ఒక విలేజ్ లో పిల్లలు కొనుక్కున్న చిప్స్ ప్యాకెట్స్ ఖరీదు 36 లక్షల రూపాయలు ఒక గ్రామంలో. మనీ ఇస్ నాట్ దేర్ కాదు. State exchequer and alcohol is almost 12,000 crores. Where is the money coming from? 70% is coming from rural areas. Why are products being dumped into? I tell you how the products are being dumped to. Whatever is actually goes off the man, what do you call it? Manufacturing day to the other day. What is that date called? Expiry date. Sorry. Expiry dates మీద మళ్ళీ మీరు శుభ్రంగా రాస్తే చెడిపోతుంది తెలుసా మీకు? సొంత రాస్తే చెడిపోతుంది, కానీ మళ్ళీ రీప్రింట్ చేసి రూరల్ ఏరియాస్ పంపిస్తారు. That is consumerism. Why will someone throw the product back? Please understand that. Create your own products. I tell you 2 great examples before I close down. I take a lot of time on this. The 2 startups right here in Rajahmundry. One is called Born Fiction. Akhil comes from Rajahmundry and to United States. What is masters? నేను నా దగ్గర దొరికిన వనరులు ఏది ఉపయోగించుకోగలను, జనాలు కొట్టుకుంటున్నారు, కష్టపడుతున్నారు. మీరు మనం చాక్లెట్స్ విన్నారు ఎవరైనా? మనం హైదరాబాద్లో ఆంధ్ర మేకింగ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ నాయిస్. అఖిల్ is doing much better than మనం చాక్లెట్స్. The other is called Amrita అని అమ్మాయి ఉంది, Rajahmundry Ayurveda doctor అమ్మాయి. He started something called the tribe concepts. Very popular amongst urban area women because she did national products, women products. She comes from Rajahmundry. ఈ చుట్టుపక్కల దొరికే వస్తువులతో వాడు చేస్తుంది. సో మీకు ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఎందుకు ఇస్తున్నాను, హ్యాపీగానేనా మీకు ఇవేనా, ఎంత దూరం పరిగెత్తక్కర్లేదు. Great advantage, Rajahmundry is growing very big. Great advantage, GGU. Great advantage, entire support system that you have at GGU. Make use of it. You have phenomenal network here. And I would also say to the entire management that, sir, please let us know as part of strategy, whatever we want, how we want, because we have a lot of network, especially in aqua exchange ఉంది. 2020లో 5 కలిసి 5 కోట్లతో మొదలుపెట్టారు సార్ aqua farming కి. They now valued at close to 800 crores. విశాఖపట్నం ఇక్కడ 7 పెట్టారు aqua farming కి 5 కలిసి. How do we now they come up with an agreement of 100 crores for farmers ఏ విధంగా loan free interest free loans and they starting guarantee. Aquaculture apne look at agricultural products, anything. First capture Rajahmundry. Pillu ide cheppuna mee Rajahmundry ni pattukondi. You can't supply, I'm telling you. So don't think big, but see if you can start small in your own area. Capture that area. Have a product that is worth talking about. ఇవాళ నల్లగా ఇచ్చి రేపు నల్లగా ఇస్తే మనం చెక్కడలు తినాం కదా. పకోడీ ఇవాళ నల్లగా ఇచ్చి రేపు గట్టిగా ఇచ్చి వెళ్ళేటేమో ఏదో పకోడీ చెప్పుకోవాల్సిన స్థితిలో ఉంటారని కొంటారా? ప్రొడక్ట్ స్టాండర్డైజేషన్ ఎలాగైతే ఉండాలో, బట్ సీ యువర్ మార్కెట్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ లోకల్ ఏరియాస్. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్. సో ఫర్ ఇన్వైటింగ్ మీ, అ ప్లెజర్. లుక్ ఫార్వర్డ్.
Very nice, valuable insights, and the work that you are doing for women and disabled people, and the thoughts that you have shared about Rajahmundry, that being in Rajahmundry as students and faculty all have a good scope to become entrepreneurs. So I think it will be a valuable suggestion which we all can look forward to. Thank you, sir. Now, next, to share the vision of GIG as incubator, I would like to invite our beloved Pro-Chancellor, sir, Mr. Shashi Kiran Verma, sir, to come and give his address. Before that, I would like to welcome the team of Ratan Tata Innovation Hub, Rajahmundry. Can you please stand? Welcome you to GGU. Next, District Industries Center GM. Sir, hearty welcome to our campus. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Sir, coming to me.
Very good morning to one and all. Sir, first of all, because of the time, the startup companies have come all the way from different parts of region, and AMTZ, Sri Ramgaran from Gramina Innovation Center, and Vatwani Foundation, particularly, and all partners. Thank you so much. On the same dais, a month back, I think 3-4 weeks back, we had a MOU with Vatwani Foundation. I'll let you know a bit about what is Godavari Foundation also probably. That the partnership will also share about that. But before that, I'm very happy to see that a few days back when we had the cognizant replacement talk, we couldn't able to fill in one seminar hall. So there are 4 parallel sessions happened in the 4 seminar halls in the campus. So now when we talk about startups and innovation, I could see half the seminar hall. So that shows that, even now, doing jobs rather than becoming an entrepreneur. Good, I'm happy, we are all happy here who are present here at least. We could able to see that some of startups, and I'm also happy to share that nearly 25 startups that have registered in our campus. And also, you might have seen in our campus next to Radha Krishna block, the freshman engineering department, our university, we are coming up with the 45,000 square feet of incubation center. So that is under construction, and the infrastructure what we are creating is alone for startup companies, at least dedicated first 2 floors, which can host nearly 25 to 30 companies, where you can work as a cohort of 5 to 10 people maximum. And infrastructure is one thing. What we are trying to do for the last few months, along with Honorable Chairman's vision or Honorable Vice Chancellor, as a team connectivity. Now we have Dr. Muralidhar Reddy as a Director for Innovation. What we are all collectively doing, the entire team of GGU, is that it's not just about the infrastructure. The reason I'm saying that the infrastructure is not matters so much because all the companies that are built from the last 1.5 decade in this country or globally, right from Google, Amazon, Meta to right now, Sriram spoke about Zoho, which was started somewhere near Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, very rural area. అక్కడి నుంచి చూస్తే the companies that are emerging into this world globally are coming from tier 2 cities and countries like India. Today, from the last 8 years, India has 84,000 registered startups with 100 plus unicorns. 100 plus unicorns that's not a magic, that's a very big thing. And it all happened not just because of infrastructure, that's where I'm coming in. That's because of the ecosystem, both the government, the private, that has created. Like AP Innovation Society, or be it Godavari Foundation, or be it with TILE, the Indus Entrepreneurs, or the what we call the schemes or the encouragement that's been given by various programs through DBIIT or other various programs from Government of India and a lot of other institutions also. Sir, as a startup, when we thought of building the startup and incubation or innovation culture, we are looking for a strong, bringing a strong leadership, or we are trying to bring the leaders from the industry, because we believe in that we need a strong mentorship and access to our students to these mentors. I tell you the reason why. If you look at Hyderabad and Bangalore, Hyderabad we have D-Hub, where they have 2 centers only, management. Wherein you see the number of applications that comes to D-Hub, they couldn't able to host as many as they wanted. Because it's not again creating of infrastructure, it's about creating that ecosystem. Ecosystem ante, we need to have right mentors, we need right guidance to me journey. For example, if you look at 2.5 decades back, you Reliance story Vinundaru, like you might have seen that Guru movie? Maniratnam's Guru movie. Chusundara? No, when Dhirubhai Ambani has started the Reliance Industries 2-3 decades back, we have that license Raj system in India. From even today, if you look at, to start a company in India, it just takes 24 hours to set up and register your company in the website. It is so fast and so quick. And wherein the same context, if you look at the West, countries or emerging countries, like ఇప్పుడు చాలా మంది moving to Dubai or Singapore or US or Europe to open a bank account. One of my friends is telling me, recently moved and set up his business in Dubai. It took 2 months for him to open a bank account. Now tell me, మనకి ఎంతసేపు పడుతుంది ఇక్కడ మీ బ్యాంక్ అకౌంట్ ఓపెన్ చేయడం? Thanks to UPI, thanks to digital payment systems, the way the country has emerged in the last 10 years or 1.5 decades, you can't believe. You are so lucky enough that you are in this place. Because me mundu oka generation before, at least a decade or 1.5 decade, we have started their entrepreneurial journey. You just check with them how much time it used to take just to start up a company, set up a company, registration, getting a license or trademark or getting the 20 or 22 unte labor department అక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్తూ ఉంటే మీకు ఎస్పెషల్లీ వాంట్ టు సెట్ అప్ ఫ్యాక్టరీ, ట్రేడ్ లైసెన్స్ కానించి లాట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్. నౌ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ స్టేట్, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, తెలంగాణ, కర్ణాటక, తమిళనాడు, the chief ministers themselves are coming forward and pitching to the entrepreneurs globally, because they are looking to bring the investments, GCCs to India, investments to India, and also Manakuna young talent, because we have 1.5 billion population with what we call highest demographic dividend in the country. Demographic dividend means, at the age of between 30 low Punavalu, India has the most population. In the young talent in Petkuni, in the resources Petkuni, abundant resources, and technology, we are very far. Zoho, for example, went to US to compete with Salesforce. That facility is an Indian entrepreneur. So we all talk about DeepSeek, OpenAI gurinchi maatladutunnam, Gemini gurinchi maatladutunnam, Copilot gurinchi maatladutunnam, Microsoft. And the other side was felt bit unhappy seeing that DeepSeek China immediately launches. Why not one AI agent or company? And at least felt happy that seeing that Perplexity is from an Indian entrepreneur, but started in Silicon Valley. So I want to add one more example. Little way back, చిన్నప్పుడు అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్స్ చూస్తే పెప్సోడెంట్ తర్వాత ఇమీడియట్గా ఇంకొక టూత్ పేస్ట్ యాడ్ వచ్చేది, ఫాలోడ్ బై నెక్స్ట్ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్ ఆన్ టూత్ పేస్ట్. వన్స్ HUL, Hindustan Unilever, is not an Indian company, Unilever company, Hindustan, which has largest share in the Indian market on these personal care products. Today, you look at, I just came to know that one of the entrepreneurs from Rajahmundry that tried concepts and Chepi to Nykaa nunchi Himalaya, Dabur, you name the company, HUL has lost in the last almost 5 years and 7 years to 50% of their market share. But still it's a $1.5 billion company. Hindu Jepnarante, on one side they lost their market share, and the other side their market cap has gone increased. Yemayinante, large consumer base has emerged in India. Meeru, Memu, Andaram Kuda, we start buying these products sitting in Rajahmundry or sitting in Malappuramlo, ekkado kuchini we are buying these products. Because indaga Sriram garu cheptunar example, Pootarekulu is been sent to Coimbatore and shipping. So no wonder మీరు చెప్తే షాక్ అవుతారు. ఈవెన్ ఫుడ్, చేపల పులుసులు కూడా చేసి ఇక్కడి నుంచి యూఎస్కి షిఫ్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి. సో అంటే ఉండాలి కదా, వాట్ వి కాల్ ద షెల్ లైఫ్ ఉండాలి, ఇది ఉండాలి. అండ్ ద ఫుడ్, ప్యాకేజ్డ్ ఫుడ్ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ సెంట్ టు యూఎస్. ఆపర్చునిటీస్ are there at your doorstep. Believe me, and the strong conviction that I am telling, India is one of the largest consuming market, untapped. That's the reason textile be the Trump has imposed a tariff of 25%, 10 plus 25%, 50%, but not on pharmacy or in service sector. Good, it might have a short impact in it, but it tells you one of the largest exporter of textile to US or Europe is India and Bangladesh. But ఇక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్ళిన గార్మెంట్ యూఎస్కి యూరోప్కి వెళ్ళి ఇట్ కమ్స్ బ్యాక్ విత్ లేబులింగ్ అండ్ వే ఇక్కడ లోకల్ షర్ట్ మీద 1000 రూపీస్ దొరికితే యూర్ బయింగ్ ద సేమ్ షర్ట్ విత్ 10,000 bucks. మీరు ఏ బ్రాండ్ తీసుకోండి ఇంటర్నేషనల్ బ్రాండ్, ఆ టెక్స్టైల్ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా అండ్ బంగ్లాదేశ్. ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ గోయింగ్ దేర్, వైట్ లేబులింగ్ అవుతుంది అండ్ ద ప్రొడక్ట్ విల్ కమ్ బ్యాక్ విత్ నైస్ ప్యాకేజింగ్ for what you are paying for 90% or extra. And అది చెప్పుకుంటే పోతే చాలా ఉన్నాయి దగ్గర. I mean, even today the transistors, resistors to diodes, majority that we import from China for all our electronic students. And we are talking about pharmacy గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్న HDPE bottles, shampoo bottles వాడతాం కదా డే టు డే. Even today, 75 to 80% will be imported from China. You look at every sector, we are so much dependent on rest of our world where we have abundant talent and where we have abundant resources, but we are still not there yet. And honestly, I'm telling, government is doing their bit, and this private sector, ఎవరైతే help చేయడానికి ముందుకు వస్తున్నారో they are ready to do it. It is us, మనం, the young talent, which are not utilizing this opportunity. That's what all I can say. So, with this, I would like to thank once again the Godavari Foundation. Or with this, I would like to close. What is that we are giving here at Incubation Center and the clear access. Access center is very important because once you have ideated, maybe idea, you want to execute that idea. You need access to tools. Like for example, మీరు ఒక దాన్ని ప్రొటోటైపింగ్ చేయాలి. మీకు తెలుసో లేదో తెలియదు, మన వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ గారు ఈజ్ ఒక ఎడిటివ్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్లో ఇండియాలో రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ విప్రో నుంచి బోల్త్రి, నేను ఛాన్సలర్ గారు అండ్ వి టు ముంబై విచ్ ఇస్ ఎ లిస్టెడ్ కంపెనీ. ఎనీథింగ్ దట్ యూ వాంట్ టు ప్రొటోటైప్, ఎడిటివ్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ తెలుసు కదా, ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద అడ్వైజరీ బోర్డ్ ఆఫ్ గ్లోబల్ కంపెనీస్. అటువంటి ఆయన ఇక్కడ మనం రాజమండ్రిలో పెట్టుకుని విచ్ ఆర్ నాట్ యూ గైస్ ఆర్ నాట్ యూటిలైజింగ్ దెమ్. డిజైన్ మనకి లేని యాక్సెస్ని వీ కెన్ గెట్ యూ కనెక్టెడ్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు నో హౌ టు స్టార్ట్ యువర్ ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్‌షిప్ జర్నీ, Godavari Foundation has came forward and they want to run a course on campus. Next year నుంచి, ఈ సెమిస్టర్ నుంచి we are including that as a credit course for all our students. అక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే you want to get access to మెషిన్ కానీ, టూల్స్ కానీ, లేకపోతే టెక్నాలజీ రిలేటెడ్ కానీ, సపోర్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ ది మెంటర్స్ ఆర్ యాక్సెస్ టు tinkering labs or to do prototyping. We have lot of people there to help. That is what we are trying to create in this Rajahmundry through this incubation center. It's not just about infrastructure. Infrastructure even over 20,000 as a figure there. And finally, our recent MOU with time, the Indus entrepreneurs, or through Hyderabad angel investors or through Mumbai angel investors, you will get an access to raise funds. TLR 1 నుంచి, if you come to around 5 or 6 product type వస్తే కనుక prototype నుంచి, there are people who are willing to come forward to help you and take your ideas to marketplace. So with this, thank you so much. Thank you, Murli, and he is a big source for you. You know, Muhammad Alaikum, please go and knock his door and get whatever you want on incubation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable message. I hope all of you might have understood the vision of our Pro-Chancellor, and I would like to inform all that GIG is the brainchild of our Pro-Chancellor, sir. I would like to know if anybody can tell what is full form of GIG. Yes, anybody from the audience? Students? Okay, I would like to tell, it's Godavari Innovation Garage. It's the incubation center that's in progress. So it's going to come up soon, and I hope it will be a place for all of you to explore, and you can come up with your startups, and it will help you. That's what I can say now. So next I would like to invite for the presidential remarks, I would like to welcome our Chancellor Sir, Shri KVP Satyanarayan Raju Sir, Chancellor GGU.
On the eve of the empowering innovation to dream, build and lead, conducted by the Godavari Global University, Rajmahendra, along with so many partners and entrepreneurs and the industry and the government, AAC, my GM is here, Decision Industry Center, and the leaders on the dais and on the dais, and my dear students, a very warm welcome to all of you. So, I would like to actually didn't tell since 4 decades, but this is the time to encourage my young talent whom you all sit here. We have around 25 startups, as Shikara said. We are making that Godavari Innovation as a gig. Maybe it's being operated since next October. Maybe it takes another 3 months time. That's 45,000 square feet of space availability with all the ecosystem available there. And we as an university having all the resources, having all the highly talented and enterprising this thing. Even I also climb. Just I wanted to give you a small this thing. I also started on enterprising because nobody is there in my family. I started this education group in the year 1985. This is my 40 plus 1 year, 41 years of excellence, and I have reached what I have. When I started the education institutions way back in the 1985, I have, because now this is the because of Shashi, Steam it's university now, where you are all sitting here, and we also proven in the Telugu states, of course, pan India, we have students across, and at least for 14 to 15, 16 countries, students also studying in this campus. We have around 12,000 plus students in the campus, having some 1,400, 1,500 staff also is working here. And this is the, as you all know, this is the biggest campus in the twin Telugu states. I consider, you can calculate also, maybe 1 to 3, no problem. Even with all the government institutions also. And I'm very happy this Ratan Tata Innovation Center also, this we're discussing with the CEO now, and students also in the Hong Kong, and we'll partner with you. And actually, I wanted to ask the government of Andhra Pradesh, because we are closely, because I was a former MLC and government equipment corporation chairman also. My son, his Shashi's brother Ravi also MLC for 6 years. We wanted to ask the government because anyway, you have this thing. I already discussed with the collector and the member of parliament, Lok Sabha, Srimad Pradesh also. But anyway, I'm very happy that this month itself, on 20th of August, this Ratan Tata Innovation Center, which is AP Innovation Society, is going to organize one day. I can announce? Can I announce? This is Avishkar Andhra Pradesh. I'm very happy because the government of India and government of Andhra Pradesh, we have to focus our state. Now having the toughest competition across the globe, and the world leader Donald Trump, president of US, is putting a lot of because we are importing oil from Russia, and he is not interested. So 25%, tomorrow another 25% also tax we may impose, but this country, great nation, has very strong leadership. We are very stubborn, and all the states and every citizen of this country is supporting. I request all of you not to major on something like that. You can have we can use our own country's product, and we'll reduce that so that and actually last week the Apple also is investing another 10 billion US, which actually they wanted to invest at least $5 billion in India, but they scared because of Trump this thing, because the top fight with Elon Musk. So, like you also, you try to stand by India and our country and state leadership. And the two things I wanted to tell you: this institution is open, and as Muralidhar Reddy is this director for innovations and all. Murali, you take the initiative for the registrations of taking maximum faculty members and students on board, and the startups ecosystem from today, at least by evening, you get your ideas and discuss with the panelists and the CEOs and all, and DAC government of Andhra Pradesh, my GM are also here. So you start. I want at least by December 2026, Murali, at least 250. You have to add another zero with the 25. Okay? I'm putting the target, definitely will be achieved. And the second thing, this government also is initiating, state government also initiating a lot, and every family, not one employee, one employer, to create the employability to the, because if we can give some 4, 5, 6 or 10, because as Sri Ram said, because there are a lot of abundant and potential this thing in this country, especially in the state of Andhra Pradesh, we have abundant this thing, and by all means, this government is not this now the change of this thing, now not ease of doing business, now they have changed as the speed of doing business. Just as Shashi said, you wanted anything online, digital company within just no time, maybe within 30-35 minutes also we have all the KYC data with you. You can register a company and you can start. And I'm very happy to share with you, whatever companies you start here, we are giving the seed funding to all the companies which they are going to start. Up to 250 companies of only. And we have around 100 plus unicorns in 2025 March. And at least, as I said, 84,000 companies are being registered in the entire country, and going to one IIT Madras what is it, Paisigaru? Clinical Cosmos company is IIT Chennai. Now he is going to be on the way to unicorn to Sunicorn. Sunicorn means $1 trillion company. See, because of that, some 2-3 countries in the world, but US and China and UK and some European countries unable to register the potential leadership of this country, and growing now we are the 4th largest economy, and soon we are going to occupy the 3rd largest economy. That continues because with 6.5% of GDP, we are growing a lot. So take this opportunity. మీరు ఎంతమంది కంపెనీస్ మీరు పెట్టుకుంటారన్నా కూడా ఇక్కడ సీడ్ ఫండింగ్, మీకు అన్ని విధాల సహాయ సహకారాలు పూర్తిగా నేను శశిబాబు గారు ఇస్తాం. మిమ్మల్ని పూర్తిగా ఒక ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ చేసేలాగా, అలాగే ఈ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వ ఉద్దేశం కూడా ప్రతి ఇంటి నుంచి కూడా మీరు కాదు, ఆల్ వెరీ వెన్ యూఆర్ స్టడీయింగ్ ఇన్ దిస్ యూనివర్సిటీ, మీరందరూ కూడా మీకు అద్భుతమైనటువంటి ప్రజ్ఞాపాఠాలు, పరిజ్ఞానము, విజ్ఞానము అన్ని సమృద్ధిగా ఉన్నాయి. కానీ ఇక్కడ వెనక మీకు కావాల్సింది మీ ఫ్యామిలీ కాకుండా అక్కడ సంస్థ వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ దగ్గర నుంచి హెచ్ఓడి వరకు కూడా మేమంతా కూడా మేనేజ్మెంట్ వరకు కూడా మీ అందరినీ కూడా అన్ని విధాల పూర్తి సహాయ సహకారాలు, ఆర్థిక వనరులు కూడా మీకు ఏర్పాటు చేస్తామని చెప్పేసి నేను తెలియజేస్తాను స్ట్రాంగ్గా. అండ్ లైసెన్సింగ్ అన్నీ కూడా మేము అన్నీ ఏర్పాటు చేస్తాం. అవసరం ఇంకొక ఎగ్జామ్ పెడతాం, ఇంకోసారి ఓన్లీ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ అనేది గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ నుంచి మనం ఒక పెట్టుకున్నాం ఇక్కడ. అలాగే ఇలాగ రతన్ టాటా ఇన్నోవేషన్ సెంటర్ 20th August మేబీ 1 weekలోనే మనకి ఇక్కడ ఒక కార్యక్రమం ఉంది. మూడవది ఇక్కడ తొందరగా అక్టోబర్ కల్లా మన ఇంక్యుబేషన్ సెంటర్ని మేము ఆపరేషన్ తీసుకొస్తున్నాం పూర్తిగా. చాలా 45,000 అడుగులు అంటే చాలా జిల్లాలో కానీ రాష్ట్రంలో కానీ పెద్దదని చెప్పేసి నా భావన. మనం దాన్ని కూడా మీకు చేస్తాం. అలాగే మీకు ఇప్పుడే వీసీగా చెప్తున్నారు, ఓన్లీ ఇంజనీరింగ్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఎక్కువ మంది మీరు ముందుకు వచ్చి ఒక దగ్గర 25 దాంట్లోనే దాదాపు 12 మంది వేసుకుంటే 300 people స్టూడెంట్సే జాయిన్ అయ్యారు. ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి కూడా ఎప్పుడు ఎవరికి అదృష్టమో మీ ఆలోచన విధానాన్ని ఒక ఆచరణ రూపంలో తీసుకొస్తే మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా మీకున్నటువంటి ఐడియాని ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ చేసి దాన్ని మీరు తీసుకొచ్చి మార్కెట్ బిల్డ్ చేయగలిగితే మీకు చాలా ఉజ్వలమైన భవిష్యత్తు ఉంటుంది. మీరు 10 మందికి మీరు ఉద్యోగం చేసి ఒక 10 lakhs 8 lakhs 15 lakhs ప్యాకేజ్ కాకుండా మీరు ఉద్యోగం ఇవ్వగలిగారు. నేను అలాగే అనుకున్నాను 41 సంవత్సరాల క్రితం. ఒక మాట చెప్పాలి, ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ జనరేషన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు అందరూ బిగ్ కంపెనీస్ అక్రమ్ గారు ఎవరితో కూడా మాట్లాడుతుంటారు, చాలా మందితో వాళ్ళని ఫౌండేషన్ అందరితో మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడ కూడా మీకు ఒక విషయం చెప్పాలి. ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ఆచరిస్తున్నారు, ఇక్కడ మాట్లాడినట్టు నా ముందు మాట్లాడినటువంటి ఒక ఆయన శశిబాబు గారు, ఈ ఆల్సో స్టార్టెడ్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ కదండి. గత 2 దశాబ్దాలుగా చూసినాడు, కానీ మాస్టర్స్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఈ ఆల్సో రీసెంట్లీ స్టార్టెడ్ 2 startups. మీకు చెప్పాలి, ఇన్స్పైర్ కోసం చెప్తాం, గొప్ప కోసం చెప్పట్లేదు, నా గురించి కానీ ఆయన గురించి కానీ. ఈ స్టార్టెడ్ వన్ ఎడ్టెక్ కంపెనీ ఇలాగా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం డాడీ అని చెప్తే ఒక రోజుని చెప్పాడు. అయిన తర్వాత 2.5 years అవుతుందేమో. ఇట్స్ గ్రోయింగ్ లైక్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. నిన్న కాక మొన్న మార్నింగ్ హైదరాబాద్లో సొంత ఆఫీస్ ఓపెన్ చేసాం. అంతకుముందు వర్క్ ఆఫ్ అవ్వాలని ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ఉండేది. అండ్ ఈ స్టార్టెడ్ వన్ ఫిన్టెక్ కంపెనీ ఆల్సో. అన్నింటికి ఏం కావాలి? మనీ కావాలి. ఫిన్టెక్ ఆల్సో ఈస్ ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్లీ డూయింగ్ గుడ్. ఫిగర్స్ అని చెప్పడం నాకు మర్యాద ఉండదు. లైక్వైజ్ ఈజ్ బ్రదర్ మై ఎల్డర్ సన్ ఆల్సో స్టార్టెడ్ 2 startups. 2 కూడా బాగున్నాయి. ఎందుకంటే నేను చాలా చోట్ల పిలుస్తున్నప్పుడు నేను కూడా వెళ్తుంటాను. మనకి ఈ ఎంటర్ప్రైజింగ్ దీనికోసం అప్పుడప్పుడు పిలుస్తుంటారు అనమాట. అప్పుడు కూడా చెప్తుంటాను 2% 3% కాదు, నీకు క్లియర్ రోడ్ మ్యాప్ తోటి ఖచ్చితంగా చేయాలన్నటువంటి బలీయమైనటువంటి ఆకాంక్ష ఉండి, మీకు పట్టుదల కృషి ఉండి, అయ్యి వరకు నిద్రపోకూడదు అనుకుంటే కనుక ఈ ప్రపంచంలో మీకు చెప్పాలంటే నాకు ఇట్ టుక్ 40 years టు గ్రో. మీ ఇంతమంది పెద్దల దగ్గర మాట్లాడేటువంటి భాగ్యం కలిగిందంటే నా 40 సంవత్సరాలు పట్టింది. వీడికి జస్ట్ couple of years. His children, they are all talking about మీలాగే రావడానికి అవట్లేదు వాళ్ళకి కూడా చదువు కోసం అని చెప్పేసి. వాళ్ళు ఆల్రెడీ దే వాంటెడ్ టు ఎంటర్ప్రైజింగ్. మీరు ఏమన్నా అండర్ గ్రాడ్ అయిన తర్వాత మీరు స్టార్ట్ చేద్దారని చెప్పి. బికాస్ ఏం మాట్లాడుకుని ఇంట్లో రాత్రి నుంచి పడుకునే వరకు రాత్రి 9, 10 అయినా కూడా ఇదే మాట్లాడుకుంటాం. ఎంతమందికి మనం ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేయగలం, ఎంతమంది అవేర్ చేయగలం, ఎంతమందికి మనం ఈ సమాజంలో కానీ మార్గదర్శకత్వం వహించి వారిని ఉన్నతలుగా తీసేటువంటి ప్రయత్నంలో స్టూడెంట్స్కి గివింగ్ ఆల్ అవర్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ 1+1, 1+2 ఆఫర్ లెటర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ థింగ్. బట్ ఎక్కువ మంది నాకు బాగా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఏంటంటే ఇందా చెప్పినట్టు 5-10 లక్షలు 20 లక్షలు జాబ్ కాకుండా మీరు ఉద్యోగాలు ఇచ్చే స్థితికి వెళ్ళాలని చెప్పేసి నేను పూర్తిగా ఆశిస్తూ, ఆకాంక్షిస్తూ, ఆశీర్వదిస్తూ, ఏ సహాయ సహకారాలు ఎల్లవేళలా కూడా మీకు ఈ సంస్థ ప్రత్యేకంగా నా తరపు నుంచి శశివర్మ గారి తరపు నుంచి పూర్తిగా మీకు ఉంటుంది. అలాగే మురళీధర్ రెడ్డి గారి దగ్గరికి ఎనీ టైం మీరు వెళ్ళొచ్చు. ఈజ్ బెంగళూరు నుంచి పట్టుకొచ్చి వారిని ఇక్కడ పెట్టాం. చాలా he has proved himself as a great this thing, and ఇక్కడ కూడా చాలా చాలా కంపెనీస్ వస్తాయి. ఇక్కడ కూడా మీకు వచ్చేటప్పటికి నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ కల్లా దగ్గర 40-45 కంపెనీస్, 50 కంపెనీస్ వరకు అసలు 50 అడుగులు కూడా మళ్ళీ మనం కట్టి ఇంకా మీలాంటి ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి తయారు చేస్తాం. ఇది దయచేసి డిగ్రీ కళాశాల, ఫార్మసీ కళాశాలలు, అలాగే ఎంబీఏ, ఎంసీఏ వాళ్ళు, పాలిటెక్నిక్ వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా సరే ఇక్కడ మీకు లిమిటేషన్స్ లేదు, ఏజ్ లిమిటేషన్ కూడా లేదు. మీరు రండి, చేయండి. మనం ఒక మంచి యత్నం చేద్దామండి. మనం ఇది అన్ని సెంటర్లు ఓపెన్ అవుతాయి కాబట్టి మొత్తం గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు మంత్రుల ఫోకస్ అంతా కూడా మన దగ్గర ఉండాలి, ఇక్కడే ఉండాలి. అందరికన్నా నాకు ఇవ్వండి, అందరికన్నా బెటర్గా చేసి చూపించి మన పిల్లలే ఉత్తమోత్తములుగా తీసుకొచ్చేటువంటిది చేసి దర్శకత్వం వహించేలాగా పూర్తిగా సహకారం చేస్తాం. మీ అందరినీ కూడా మరి ఒకసారి మనస్ఫూర్తిగా అభినందిస్తూ, మీరు అందరూ అడగనారండి, వచ్చినటువంటి వారి అందరి తాలూకు తీసుకుని మీరు నోట్స్ రాసుకుని ఒక్కసారి దాన్ని ఆచరించేటువంటి ప్రయత్నం చేసి అందరూ సఫలీకృత కావాలని చెప్పేసి తెలియజేస్తూ సెలవు. జై హింద్. నమస్కారం.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable message. Sir's words are always an inspiration for all of us. Thank you, sir. I would like to welcome Dr. Tinu Nandakishore, sir, CEO, ITBI, Geetham, and the team. Next, we would like to do the felicitation for our guests. Sri Ram Bhagwatullah, sir. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Pushpan Kumar Sriram Reddy, sir, to receive the small token of love from our side. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. As we draw this inaugural session to a close, I would like to invite Dr. Valli Thornby, ma'am, Principal, Knight Degree College, to extend the formal vote of thanks.
Good afternoon all. Before going to the vote of thanks, I would like to share two things with you. One is regarding the startups, what sir was talking about, like already 25 startups we registered here. So for all the 25 startups, the amount has been paid by the management. That is the first thing we should say. Because it's not like just saying it, so it's under implementation also. So if you are ready to do it, as sir said, for first 250, they are going to give the seed money also. So please hurry up and meet Muralidhar Reddy sir, and you can register it immediately. So that is one thing. And second thing, so as we all are discussing about this startups and all. So my native is Vijayawada. So I know about two sisters who started like a small in a small room mats that we do, all this karaposa and all. So they started selling that. Later, many of our, I don't know whether it is only in Vijayawada or throughout AP, like students are moving to USA. So they started like making pickles, they started making this pulihara paste, they started making this tamarind pulp. Nowadays it is like crores of business is run by those two sisters. And I can say like 30 women employees are there under those two ladies. So it's like really, I saw them in that small room and recently I went there to send few things to my son. So then I saw, it's like a big menu they created and they were selling all these products and it's amazing, like even tamarind pulp also they are making and they are giving to us. So it's like making our life easy. I can say that mana pathakam vala pettubadi. It's like that only because we used to make things and now due to time or as I said because of our laziness whatever might be, but that is really an investment for them and which they are profitable. So I think when two women can do who are uneducated, then why can't you? So please think about it and see that you become an entrepreneur than being an employee. So let me come to my formal vote of thanks. So good afternoon all. On behalf of Godavari Global University, it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to everyone who made the first half of our Innovation and Startup Day 2025 so enriching and inspiring. First and foremost, I express our deep gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Pushpan Kumar Siram Reddy, Scientist C, Medivalley Incubation Council, AMTZ, for delivering such an insightful keynote and truly set the tone for today's theme, empowering innovators to dream, build and lead. Our sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Mr. Sriram Bhagavatula, CEO, Gramina Incubation Center, for sharing valuable perspectives that will undoubtedly inspire budding entrepreneurs among us. We also thank Mr. Sri Sesikiran Verma Garu, Pro-Chancellor, GGU, for presenting the vision of GIG as an incubator, and Sri KVV Satyanarayana Raju Garu, Chairman, GGU, for his presidential remarks that reinforced our mission towards innovation-driven growth. A special word of appreciation to Mr. Dayakar Murthy Garu, Director, Partnerships, Vadvani Foundation, and Dr. U. Chandrasekhar Garu, Vice Chancellor, GGU, for setting the context so effectively, and Dr. Y. Muralidhar Reddy Garu for a warm welcome address. Finally, I extend my thanks to all the organizers, faculty members, student volunteers, and participants for making this morning session a success, and to our audience for your active engagement and enthusiasm. Let us carry this energy forward into the rest of the day as we continue to explore ideas, build collaborations, and inspire innovation. Thank you.
Now we'll be breaking for lunch, tea break, and it will be only for 15 minutes as we are already late. So 12:15 to 12:30 is the tea break. After that we have